2, 1.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Potterthon 11, guys. Back with this is our first handheld run of the event.
I think so.
I think it might be. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're back with 1 GBC, any percent New Game Plus, which, for those of you to remember way back to Potterthon 9, a little trick we got found around that time, and you might be seeing some of that today. But I won't spoil any more. We have the wonderful Bix Quicks? Is that how I say
Yes.
your name?
Yeah, Bixquix.
Yay! Running today, and we have weapons on the mic audio. Okay, apparently I'm quiet, but you don't need to hear me for very long. And also Flo's doing commentary. Take it
Hello,
away.
it's me. Hello, I'm Flo303. I know this game a little bit, and essentially this is very similar. The route we're gonna take is very similar to regular any percent, except this is more interesting because in any percent you don't have as much money. In New Game Plus, you can preserve the money you get from one playthrough, and it carries onto the next playthrough. And we will explain what's going on, but we're gonna need to buy a lot of things in this run, and New Game Plus doesn't have to do any trick to like duplicate money like we have to in any percent, and also any percent is a lot more brutal because we cannot hit any encounters when we leave Gringotts or when we're trying to get out of Gringotts for a money trick. I'm not gonna get too much into that, but this is a faster run with less money grinding and not as brutal as any percent. But yeah.
Yeah, you definitely said it. I mean, any percent is pretty brutal with resetting. New Game Plus is a lot more forgiving and more friendly. So, yeah that's why I wanted to show this run. Thank you for the introduction. I am Bixquix. This is going to be my first Potterthon I'm going to be participating in, so I'm glad to be here. I'm a new runner to the Harry Potter community. Showcasing.
And you've been killing it.
Oh, thanks.
But yeah, we can start whenever you want.
For the New Game Plus, we have a level 99 save file with over 60,000 sickles, so it's gonna be more than enough to afford everything that we need. Flo helping me commentate because I kind of need to focus on shopping in some parts. If you're ready, I can start in 3, 2, 1, now.
Good luck. Yeah, first we're gonna actually go to the left instead of following Hagrid to get the wand, because normally, so here Bix is gonna have to, he's gonna first buy his cauldron, and normally we get a cutscene with really sus NPC, totally don't know who it is, but by going left instantly, we can buy the cauldron and skip this cutscene completely. Because the cutscene only appears once we finish Gringotts, I believe. We need a bunch of like furnitures in order to leave Diagon Alley, but we also need them for a trick that we're gonna do later. It's called Arbitrary Code Execution, and essentially I don't fully understand like the technical explanation, but in short, we're gonna buy a bunch of items, and the game will look, after we do a glitch, in memory, and interpret all the values from our items as like a memory address or like a code to execute, which may or may not be the credits, we'll see. But
we're hoping for the credits.
We're hoping for the credits. Most of the time, if you don't get credits, you just crash or nothing happens. But yeah, in any percent, obviously, like I said, we would need to grind a lot for money, like literally just stand still and do a glitch for multiple minutes, or a couple minutes. It's not that long, but here we'll be able to zoom through. And the first thing is getting into Gringotts to get our money, because apparently we don't have enough money, even though Biggs has like what was it, like 6?
Yeah, over
60,000
60,000 sickles, but it's not good enough. We still need to go into our vault
Yeah.
and pick up another 500 sickles.
Yeah, those 500 sickles are very important.
Yes.
But yeah, it's essentially gonna set the story flag to, you know, update, and the next thing is gonna be buying our furniture. And so yeah, Biggs got a bit unlucky here. Obviously, you want to avoid useless encounters that are in your way, which in Harry Potter 3 GBA is a bit better because the encounters are already there, like spawned on the map. But Harry Potter 1 and 2 GBC are not that nice. The encounters essentially spawn in a random location, like on the map. It can be completely random, and you can get one while you're walking up like that, just in front of you, and you can't do anything.
Yeah, they'll spawn inches in front of you.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, and there's a little trick you can do if you notice that you're gonna like run into an encounter of pressing select to open it's a little menu that essentially tells you where you are in the game. And if you do that close enough to an encounter spawn, it will despawn it. But yeah, that's assuming that you obviously, you know, managed to stop early enough to not hit the encounter. And yeah, that was our first boss fight, the big rat.
And we got hardened boots.
And we got hardened boots. Yeah, we actually have to be a bit careful because so the hardened boots that we got from the rats, we can use them among like the items that we're gonna buy later to wrong warp, but we need to have a specific number. I think it's either 2 or 4, and like 1 or 3 boots will crash or something like that.
Yeah, 0 or 2, I know for sure.
Yeah, I think 4 works, but yeah, 0 is safe.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is a pretty safe way to not get, because yeah, the reason we're like potentially scared of getting more hardened boots is because we're gonna do a glitch later that essentially duplicates the last fight that we did, or the last outcome rather, like what happens at the end of the last fight we did. It's gonna duplicate that. And we're gonna use that to skip a fight in train, but obviously because it duplicates the last fight, it can give us the items from that last fight. So we will potentially get more hardened boots, and it can also stack more items. It's a bit annoying.
Yeah, but since we got an encounter, we have to sell the hardened boots. We have to get into a fight before hopping on the train, since we now only have 1 pair.
Yeah. Yeah, we're instead like the safe way, because there's no way to get rid of the hardened boots once you got them, but we can do another fight that only drops pumpkins, and pumpkins we can eat them. So in a regular run you wouldn't do that because obviously an extra encounter is slow, but for safety, you know, marathon safe strat, it's better to get a fight right before you go inside you know, do the train skip. And yeah, this is where we're gonna start shopping. I mean, we're already started with, like at the very start with buying the potion kits. Now we're gonna sell hardened boots to make sure we don't crash. And so a lot of those are furniture that like, and also clothes that we need to get, otherwise Hagrid won't let us, you know, continue the story. But we need 122 belts and what was it? 76 plain.
76 plain boots. Yep.
Yeah, and that will be for the trick. Now, chocolate frog. That's it's gonna be the whole magic behind the trick that we're gonna try to do. 249 pumpkin pasties. Then we'll get 207 cauldron cakes. And 201 licorice wand. And so yeah, you can see why money is so important on this, because you need, I think, roughly a bit over 8,000 sickles in order to afford all of this.
I'm just gonna
which-
quickly double check I have everything.
Yeah.
I had 1 extra pumpkin.
1 extra. Yeah. You'll probably get extra after you
Yeah.
remove the rats. Maybe not if you're lucky. And yeah, which obviously for any person that sounds a bit ridiculous, like getting 8,000 sickles in Diagon Alley unless you literally fight rats for like hours. So we're really lucky that we have the glitch to duplicate money. But yeah, any person New Game Plus, we can carry over the sickles from last playthrough, which is also not a thing in 2GBC. In 2GBC, you, I believe, apart from your card and card combos, you keep nothing from the last playthrough. And obviously, you know, your level. You don't even keep your spells. So yeah, we got all the things that we need. We talk to Hagrid, and now we go into the Hogwarts Express. And normally we are supposed to fight Malfoy. We go like all the way to, you know, the end of the train, and then Malfoy shows up. I don't even know what he says, but it starts a duel with him. And instead what, because again we have the glitch, so the glitch I talked about earlier that duplicates our last fight is if you go into your Folio Triplius, which is what shows you your card combos, but from the inventory you can actually do that outside of battles, which is an oversight from them. And yeah, it duplicates, or it shows again whatever outcome was in your last battle. And because it shows a win, because our last battle was a win against like the little rat that we fought in Diagon Alley, and the game thinks, oh, okay, you got a win, but from the Malfoy fight. And then we can just completely skip the cutscene, completely skip the fight. And what triggers, it's so weird, but what triggers finishing like the train part is talking to any NPC 4 times. So yeah, why not, I guess. Little Easter egg by the devs actually, if you, I forgot how much, I think it's if you buy 25 plain boots, you can shoot owls out of your boat like that. And it actually does something, you can kill the little like fireflies, I guess.
They look like dragonflies, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just weave back and forth. Oop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just weave back and forth trying to kill as many as I can.
Yeah. And
But
this is like probably the worst part of the run, because the encounters that randomly spawn in your way, they're annoying, but they're a bit easier to dodge than these. But as you can see, like these, they just like fly so quickly sometimes, and you can react by pausing, but yeah, this is probably like one of the worst, if not the worst part of the run. It's very RNG. Only one encounter though, not too bad.
yeah, not bad.
Pretty solid. And so yeah, this is where we're going to do our big trick. So again, the glitch I talked about earlier, where the game is looking at the wrong place to execute memory address, is if you're normally you can buy chocolate frogs, which they give you 1 wizard card, which those are used for like card combos.
Missed.
But a little bit early. You can skip a cutscene by pausing on the trigger. But if you select the wizard card and instead hold right on the D-pad and press A, the game will try to execute this like memory address. And it's a really weird bug, and holding left and pressing A will actually give you 256 cards every single time. I don't know why it's so broken, but yeah, that's what we're gonna use. But in order to do that, we also need to put Harry's X and Y coordinates in a good spot, which I'll let Bix focus for this little trick here.
Oop.
A little bit early.
Yeah, a little bit early, so I'm
idea
resetting.
Yeah.
But I took a little safety save.
Yeah, so the idea behind this is you want to pause as the boss cloud is moving towards you, and then going into the item, because it will not despawn, unlike regular encounters, it will not despawn the cloud. And if you go into your like equipment or any menu, it will trigger the boss fight, but because it was from the start menu, it will send you out of bounds after the battle.
Nope, too early.
Okay, we can retry.
There we go.
Let's do it.
Screen went all wiggly, so
Yeah, that means we got it. And yeah, so I don't know. I'm assuming it sends Harry out of bounds when you're in the pause menu or something, but it doesn't update it. And now we're sent out of bounds, and we can put Harry in a good spot. Like we could put his coordinates at a good time or at a good position for the warp to work. This is about a 19 frame window, so close to 0.3 seconds to hit this. So yeah, Bix is using a timer, and as soon as it hits roughly 1 minute and 8 seconds, he knows that he needs to stop. And the warp can sometimes fail if you're unlucky. Most of the time, it will warp you to the credits, assuming you stopped at the correct spot.
yeah, you'll be hearing about 5 beeps shortly, and that's when I'm going to be letting go of left and then going in my inventory and using the chocolate frog like Flo said.
Yeah, and then hopefully warp to the credits. So we can thankfully save it doesn't work. I'll let you focus on the beeps. Just a little bit.
Nope.
Damn it. So yeah, this, sadly, we can't really tell whether it was actually a crash from the game. It could be 3 different things. It could be a random crash, because they do happen. It could be maybe Bix missed an item to buy or bought too many of something, or yeah, like missed the position. I don't know if you got an extra pumpkin pasty or if you ate it already. I wasn't paying attention.
I can double check once I load back in.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything spawn on the train, but yeah, I can take a look.
A little thing for you, by the way, because I didn't know until a while. Mashing A during this loading screen when you restart the game saves 10 seconds. I literally didn't know that until.
Really?
Yeah, it's so weird. It doesn't do that on 2D.
So let's see. No, I have 249 pumpkin pasties. So.
Okay. So, yeah. The only thing that could maybe be wrong would be the leather belt, because those you can only check in the shop when you try to sell them, and the plain boots should be correct normally. So maybe Bix just got really unlucky. There's actually a 100% version for that, which is way worse.
Nope. Still too early?
There we go. Yeah, this is really awkward to get this, because the GBC, I don't know if it has some input delay or whatnot, but if you just try to move Harry by 1 pixel, but you do a 1 frame tap on the D-pad, it will actually not move Harry. I think you have to hold the D-pad for 2 or 3 frames, which makes this a bit annoying to move. Because obviously you only want to try to move for 1 frame, because you actually cannot you cannot pause in this game while you're walking. You need to be really no direction needs to be held in order to pause the game, which is why we have to do a quick left tap, and then right after that release it and press start to go in the menu. Yeah, we'll try it 2nd time. Hopefully get it this time. The game isn't too mean.
About 10 more seconds.
Surely it will work now. Damn it. But yeah, this is yeah, it's really frustrating, because you literally cannot tell you literally cannot tell what fails in this. It could be an item that we have too many or not enough, it could be the position, or it could be the game trolling us. Thankfully, it's not too long. It's a bit of time. Every single time we have to retry it, it's about like a minute and 8 seconds of walking. But yeah, I was mentioning in 100%, we also had this trick, except it's so much worse in 100%. We use it to give ourselves all card combos and all wizard cards, so that we don't have to get them, which saves like multiple hours. We don't have to replay certain playthroughs for certain cards. But for some reason it crashes the game way more, and we also need to do another glitch to get back in bounds. We have to kill Harry twice, once to put him to 0 health, and then run into an encounter to kill Harry, and then it puts us back in bounds. And thankfully any person only has to do this little part. This one works.
There we go. And time.
Hey, nice.
I think it was just a little early with those other ones.
Yeah, probably. That's good, because like the one thing I was scared of is potentially like the wrong items, which there's no way to tell if you got the wrong items. But yeah, that was Harry Potter 1 GBC Any Person New Game Plus. This is one of the last games that we completely broke, actually, before the 2 GBC madness happened.
Oh yeah, 2 GBC.
Oh god. Yeah, 2 GBC also has credits warp. It is way harder and way worse than what you just watched here.
Yeah, that one has a 3-frame window. This one's a lot more forgiving with 19 frames.
Yeah. Yeah, 19 frames is not too bad, but yeah, a 3-frame window is really not that much. But yeah, no, congrats on the run. Big's a very new runner to the community and has been just, you know, playing almost, well, not every single handheld game, but like a good portion of them, like all the short ones that we broke, which is really cool to see, because those are the Harry Potter games that usually don't get that much attention. And he's also been getting like some crazy good time on all of them, getting second and first place in a lot of them. So yeah, congrats,
thanks.
Blix, for all of that, and congrats for the run. A little bit underestimated still, so pretty cool.
That's good. It's good being here. This is my first Potterthon I'm participating in, showcasing these runs. I do like to run some more of these glitch games. I find it kind of incredible that I forgot what Tasser that you said discovered these ace strats, but they're not as bad as they really look, but they're really interesting.
Yeah, no, I think it was for the one for Harry Potter 1 GBC, it was Sonky who, it was both Sonky and Jalen who found them. And then 2 GBC, which is the absolute madness, it was all Jalen, which is just crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But yeah, no, really cool run, and I think next we'll head on to actually me with HP3.
All right.
All right. Okay. So yeah, I'll quickly head into a quick transition. I did not have the time to update the next up screen, so you'll see that in real time. But yeah, I'll see you for a race with me and Pietrak on the Harry Potter 3 PC, Warner co-holder versus me, 3rd place. I'm sure it's going to be interesting. And yeah, I'll see you guys in just a little bit.